In this video, I will show you how to create an object that can shoot out projectiles. So someone on the YouTube asked me if I can make this tutorial, and because I appreciate everyone that's watching my videos, I decided to do it straight away. So let's get into it, guys. So the first thing what we're gonna do, we are going to place our object that is going to be shooting the projectiles into the scene. Next step is placing a numpad into our scene and give it a component of a trigger volume. Here we will just change the detection range to 1 and we will give it a message. This message is going to be sent out every time our character is going to walk past this numpad. Changing the delay setting is important as we don't want the fireball to be shooting consistently and we want to have a delay between each shot. Now select the numpad you have placed in front of the statue and give it a visual effect. You can select fireball, which is the coolest one, and you will want to add a message to turn on this effect, which is going to be the same one that we have placed on our first numpad. Now let's add the sound effect for the fireball and let's match the delay between shots to a sound. You may need to play with these settings a little bit to customize it depending on your experience because you want the sound to be coming when the fireball is shooting. This is a little bit tedious work and you may need a lot of patience to match it exactly second on second, but it's absolutely manageable. Now hide your numpad inside of the statue and let's test it. Your result should be same. If you have choose 4 seconds on a delay and then put your sound on the loop, you should be exactly matching each fireball. Now let's create exactly the same but create a different visual effect for your fireball. Here I am going to copy and paste all the assets and I'm going to edit message to play. Once you are done, you can go to your visual effect and you can try to experiment with different settings. It's quite fun to do and I suggest you to experiment with this however you want because you may achieve some really cool effects. Change your sound, copy and paste the numpad that will trigger this behavior and change the message on the numpad. Then you're ready to go. Now let's create a projectile that goes back to back. I have already prepared my scene and set up my statues. I will be using ball for this projectile and I will bounce them between each statue. Here we will select a behavior of a basic platform. Here you can edit the move offset, that's the way in which the platform will move. Edit the speed of the platform and you can also edit the duration of how long this platform should wait. Now you can select a visual effects for your ball. I suggest choosing a trail effect. Trails are visual effects that basically leave trails behind moving objects. Pairing this visual effect with moving platform can create a nice projectile effect. So now let's add some sound into our projectiles. Place a numpad into your scene and give it a component of a trigger volume. Now edit the settings on your trigger volume. Now copy the numpad and place it on each of your statues. Now you can select your statue and give it a sound effect. You can choose whatever you like to match your projectile. Here we are going to edit our message that is required to play this sound. It's exactly the same message that we used on our numpad. If you want to achieve better match between the visual effect and the sound, you can play with it a little bit more and you can also edit the numpad's position or the detection range. Now let's add damage to this projectile. Place a logic asset into your scene. Select your logic asset and give it a component of a trigger volume. Here we are going to change the detection range to match the projectile size. Into enter message we are going to type health. It should have a blue color. This is already programmed message that will heal or deal damage to our character. If you want your projectile to deal damage, you have to put negative number. Now we can combine our logic asset with our moving ball. You can do that by dragging the logic asset on the top of the moving ball and then linking each other on the left side of the screen. Just simply grab the logic asset and drag it over the soccer ball, then drop it. Now your objects are linked together, so if you move your soccer ball, your logic asset is going to move too. Now you have created simple back-to-back projectile that deals damage to your character every time it passes through it. In this last part, we are going to be creating a triggered projectile. So for this projectile, I will be using advanced platform. It's because the basic platform goes to one direction and then back. The advanced platform goes just one way. I'm sorry, guys, I cannot really comment on this part of the video because I have run out of the free Canva tracks on my desktop. But we will be using same techniques that we have used in previous parts of this video. So you can just follow this tutorial step by step and you should be able to match it. That's pretty much it, guys. Hopefully this was useful. I hope it will help you with your game jams. Thank you for watching this video and I will see you in the next one.